Catching a flight tonight or tomorrow, or maybe you're waiting for someone to come into town. Well, you will definitely want to get to the airport early because the holiday travel rush is on. Here to help you navigate through the hectic time at Charleston International Airport is Elliot Summy, the Executive Director and CEO of the Charleston County Aviation Authority. Thanks so much for being with us today.
Thank you for having me.
Busy time for your folks at the airport.
We are. We're going to see a record travel again this holiday season. We'll do about 9% more than last Thanksgiving, which is a good many folks, probably about 150,000 people flying through the airport during this holiday season. So we're excited about it. We think things are running pretty smooth so far, and we look forward to handling all those folks. Well,
we wanted to keep things moving smoothly. So what advice, what tips do you give people to make sure they get there and they get on that flight?
Certainly, we should use a 3-2-1 rule. So leave your hotel 3 hours before, get to the airport 2 hours before. Our security lines are still running pretty smoothly and pretty well. We haven't had anything more than a 30-minute in the standard line, nothing more than the 15 minutes in the TSA pre, which is well below the national average. But to get there about 2 hours before, make sure you can get your rental car put back in its spot, get back over, get your bag checked in, and get through security, and then come to one of our wonderful restaurants and have lunch or have a cocktail with us and wait for your plane.
All right, that sounds good. Now, folks we know are coming in tonight and then first thing tomorrow. What's going to be the busiest day for people to fly back?
Certainly Sunday and Monday will be our two busiest days flying back, whether it's wonderful folks that live in the low country coming home, or also the folks who've come here to visit with family or to enjoy the beautiful weather Bill's teed up for us for the rest of the weekend, for them to leave out. So those 2 days will be exponentially bigger for us than normal. You will probably see somewhere between 20 and 25,000 people per day coming through the airport, which is a large number for us, by far the largest in South Carolina for any airport. So, but again, use that 3-2-1 rule. Make sure if you are a low country resident, if you have a concealed weapons permit, leave it at home. That really throws things off in the checkpoint. And for folks oftentimes buy fireworks here when they visit Charleston, don't pack those as well. Those will make all the sensors go off and it shuts down the entire checkpoint.
Oh, wow.
So those are things that throw things off, especially as we're going into the holiday season.
Okay, well, let's talk food because folks are coming here for Thanksgiving and they want to take some of grandma or auntie's, famous dish back with them.
Sure.
So what can they take in their carry-on?
So we don't really allow a lot of food and beverage through. Certainly anything more than 3 ounces we don't allow through. You can check whatever you like though. So check with your airline partners. Each airline has a little bit different on their rules, but check with them, especially if you're putting things in coolers. You can check those coolers as long as you reach out to the airline ahead of time. Most of them have mobile apps now, so you can communicate with them pretty relatively easily.
All right, very good. Now, I've heard rumor that a relative of mine took some ribs back to New Jersey one year, and the TSA was like, whoa, those ribs really look good. So,
well, we're going to try to keep everybody fed this Thanksgiving, whether it's our wonderful TSA partners or our own folks at the Aviation Authority. We're going to keep them nice and full, so they're not going to need those ribs.
All right, sounds good. Elliot Summy, thank you so much for your time this year, and thanks to you and your crew for all you do during this busy time of year.
And thank y'all for keeping everyone informed. We couldn't do it without y'all.
All right, sounds good. All right, folks, to make sure you get to the airport on time, we will be right back.